This is my little boy Oscar. Oscar's 6 years old and just like you, attends our local village primary school. Here he is with his little brother Alfie. And that's his little sister Flo. In many ways we look like your average family of 5, but one thing that sets us apart is that Oscar happens to have a condition called Down syndrome. Now you may be wondering what Down syndrome is, and that's a very good question. You see, most people have 23 pairs of chromosomes for a total of 46. Chromosomes are thread-like structures within each cell and are made up of genes. Genes provide the information that determine everything about a person, from their hair colour to whether they're a boy or a girl. But a baby born with Down syndrome has an extra chromosome, which means that the extra genetic material can cause problems with the way their bodies develop. Anyway, that's the boring science stuff. What people usually don't know about someone who happens to have Down syndrome, that despite all this, they can still go on to have pretty lovely lives. And although it can take a child like Oscar just a little bit longer to learn stuff, when they get there, boy does it feel like the best feeling in the world. Oscar took a little bit longer as a baby to roll over, to sit up, to crawl and to walk, but he got there. Oscar's biggest area of need at the moment is his speech. He really struggles with this. He understands everything you say though, and to be honest, he's never let it hold him back. His absolute favourite thing to do in the whole world is to play with his brother and sister. And to be honest, who needs words sometimes? Oscar was born with a hole in his heart, and at 10 months old he was given open heart surgery to fix this. He now has a perfectly normal functioning heart and has never ever let this hold him back. People who happen to have Down syndrome are prone to other health complications sometimes too. Oscar was also born with glue ear, which meant for a while there he couldn't hear properly. That's why he wore this headband. I think it looks pretty cool if you ask me. You guys should know that Down syndrome isn't contagious, so you can't catch it from anyone else. You're either born with it or you're not. Oh, and people with Down syndrome experience all the same range of emotions, just as you and I do. Oscar feels happy sometimes. He feels sad, a bit nervous, and excited. I guess the point here is that we're all different, whether we have a disability or not. If you guys look around the room now, you'll see that your friends all have different colour hair, they have different colour eyes, some of you are short and some of you are tall. And in the same way, some of you are much better at maths than others, while some of you much prefer PE. That's no different to my Oscar. So what's the last thing I reckon Oscar would want you guys to know? I think he'd say that he doesn't want you to feel bad for him just because he has a disability, or to feel sorry for him just because he's a little different. He'd say, I have a family that love me, I have lots of friends, and I like doing all the same stuff you guys like doing. And although sometimes it might take me a little bit longer to learn stuff, I'll get there in the end.